Hey guys, what is this is Fear of God. I put on Striker after 2 weeks of basically not running it, and uh, this is what happened. Basically, I made this kind of as a video to show why Striker is, in my opinion, rather cheap. I mean, I know a lot of people run it. It's a great build. Don't get me wrong. The problem is that yeah, some people say that 1.8.2 brought build diversity back in the game, and yada yada yada. It really didn't, in my opinion. Yes, it made it usable to be able to use like Reclaimer in the DZ and electronic-based builds and Ninja Backpack builds and yada yada yada. But in my opinion, it really kind of narrowed it down to where there's only one build that really trumps as far as survivability, sustainability, um, and damage output, and that became Striker because they made it so the Nomad only procs one time. You only get that one extra life. They made it so the Pred, which I'm very glad about, you can't bleed inside of an immune station, etc. In my opinion, they shouldn't have changed Nomad whatsoever. They should have just reduced the damage that over time that Predator does. Either that or just fix Adrenaline in the first place so that it was active as it should have been. I do like how they made it so you can't bleed inside an immune station, although I think it would have been better if they would have changed it around a little bit to where it was only reclaimers that would have the benefit of not being able to be bled inside the immune station. Um, all in all, I personally think that they kind of narrowed down the whole diversity of the game and really made it so the Striker's really the dominant force out in DZ and Skirmish and Last Stand. It really, to me, it took a lot of the fun out of the game. I wasn't one that ran Pred or Nomad out in the DZ. Those that know me and play with me, they know that I've always been one that ran, whether it be as Reclaimer's healer build or I'm out there in Final Measure DPS or whatever. I'm not usually one of the ones that like to stick with the meta type builds. Striker for sure has pulled a no contestant lead over any other build there is. I know with my hybrid build I was putting out more initial burst damage than Striker, which is fine, but as far as an overall sustainability, damage versus survivability factor, by far Striker has the key, because Striker is the only build that has damage that increases over time. It has health regeneration that increases over time that is dependent on what your total health cap and pool is, and then of course how many consistent shots you have to be able to build your stacks. But once you hit that 100 stacks, I mean, it's game over. If you can maintain your stacks, you're not going to get beat. I mean, you can see in this video, I hardly ever was even above 50 stacks, and I still had a continuous heal the entire time. I had continuous survivability. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to basically show and kind of show why I don't like Striker and why I think that they really kind of messed up for 1.8.2. But anyway, that's all for now. Fear of God out. Hope you like it. If you like it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.